This may be the most powerful part of the entire program if you can communicate the value. And it's not difficult, but we don't have a clue right now. But the good news is it's really simple, okay? You're the customer. Ask me what the best value guarantee is.
What is the best value guarantee?
That's a great question. We know that consumers have certain fears when they're buying a car. You may have some of the same fears. For example, do you want to pay too much for a car today? No. What I'm going to say next is going to sound a little crazy because I'm a car salesman about to tell you that it is literally impossible for you to pay too much for one of our Motor Trend certified vehicles. It can't happen. Now, do you believe that? No, customer's not going to believe that. So I always ask them. I said, look, here's the way it works. First of all, our price had to be attractive or you wouldn't be here, correct? But you're probably wondering, could somebody else, somewhere else, do better when it comes to price on a similar vehicle, right? That's your job as a consumer. You want to get the best deal. And quite frankly, most consumers never know when they've got the best deal at a car dealership because of all the tricks car dealers have played on them in the past. Not here at ALM Hyundai, okay? We're going to guarantee our price, and we're going to guarantee it in writing. We're going to guarantee that you can't find a better price on a similar vehicle with the same benefits anywhere in Metro Atlanta or the state of Georgia or the Southeast, Northeast, Midwest, Southwest, Far West, Alaska, Hawaii. I'll throw in Mexico and Canada too, because we're going to give you 5 days after you take delivery to search any other website where automobiles are advertised. Could be new car stores, could be used car stores, could be Craigslist. Could be in Idaho, Indiana, Illinois, or Iowa. It doesn't matter. If you find a similar vehicle to the one you buy from us, and it comes with the same benefits we offer, and it's outside of the ALM organization, and it's advertised for a lower price, all you have to do is show us that website, and we will cheerfully cut you a check back for the difference. So if you pay us $30,000 today, and you find a similar vehicle with the same benefits for $27,000, we'll cut you a check for $3,000. And like I said, that policy is in writing. Has any dealer ever guaranteed the price like that to you before?
No.
That's what we do here at ALM. How's that sound?
Sounds great. I want to go buy a car.
Good answer. Look, if we can eliminate the customer's fear of paying too much, does that make it easier for the customer to say yes?
Yes.
Because aren't they all worried about paying too much?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's the number one fear a customer has. When they walk on this lot or any other dealership in this state, they don't want to pay too much. You have a price guarantee. Why did I mention it was in writing 2 or 3 times?
To emphasize the guarantee.
Mm-hmm.
It's got more validity, more credibility if it's in writing, right?
Yep.
Okay?
Most definitely.
Look, it's critical that you guys learn to communicate this. Now, the exchange policy. What fear does the exchange policy eliminate for the customer? Amir?
The fear of being locked into something and spending, like, I don't know how to put it in words. I know what it is. Like, if I was a consumer, if I was buying a car, right? And there was no guarantee that I could possibly, like, if I find another vehicle or if I can get my money back or any type of way, exchange for a better vehicle, I probably wouldn't buy there. I probably would buy more with the dealership that gives me that opportunity for a 5-day exchange. So that's just off rip of me being just a consumer.
Okay, you know what it is, but you don't know how to communicate it.
Yeah.
Okay, so part 1 is done. You know what it is.
Yeah.
I'm a customer and I say, hey Nick, what is this exchange policy and why should I care?
Well, I mean, it just gives you a little bit of relief knowing that if you feel like, you know, you made the wrong decision, that you're not stuck with that decision.
You're not stuck with a vehicle you don't want. Okay? Another fear consumers have is they don't want to, first of all, are consumers good at buying cars and trucks? No, and it's not because they're stupid. They only do it, on average, 8 times in their entire life.
Don't have enough practice.
No, they're not good at it because they don't do it very often. Okay? So another fear is getting stuck with the wrong vehicle. Can't happen with a Motor Trend certified vehicle. They can't get stuck with the wrong vehicle, so we're going to give them 5 days. If I call it a 5-day test drive, ask me what the exchange policy is.
What is the exchange policy?
Great question. Another fear consumers have, and you may have the same fears. Well, look, you don't want to get stuck with the wrong vehicle, do you? No. Now, chances are, 90% of the time, our customers make the right decision. But we're going to give you a parachute for that 10%. Because once you take delivery today, we're going to give you 5 days to figure out if you picked out the right vehicle. If you decide during the first 5 days that you want different equipment, if you decide you want a different make or model, if you decide the seat just doesn't fit you quite right, if your dog takes a dislike to it and starts barking and won't stop, if it doesn't fit in the garage, you have the right to bring it back and exchange it for another. Now, there are 3 conditions. 5 days is one. You need to bring it back in the same condition that it left in, and you can't put more than 300 additional miles on the odometer. But during those first 5 days, we call it our 5-day test drive. During those first 5 days, if you decide it's not right for you, bring it on back and exchange it for another. This is not like a trade-in, Nick. Any dealer will let you trade it back in the first 5 days, but when you trade a vehicle back in, you take a large financial loss. When you exchange it, you don't lose a single penny. Okay? By the way, this policy is in writing as well. So, if we can eliminate the customer's fear of paying too much with the best value guarantee and eliminate their fear of getting stuck with the wrong vehicle, are we making it easier for the customer to say yes?
Yes.
That's the idea. Hey, when would you want to